This trip turned out to be much more of a mountain bike ride than a fishing trip. onX Maps is a great application for the outdoors. Loaded up and ready to go. I'm trying to find the trailhead. I ride down a Forest Service road, stop, check onX Maps and see I'm going the wrong way. Turn around, go back to the parking lot, start up the trailhead the wrong way, stop, check, and finally find the trailhead. The trail started out very smooth. It was a very pleasant ride. About 20% of the trail had roots. Some of the roots were as high as 6 inches, and this tended to be on the steeper parts. Before I discovered North Georgia GMRS, I used one of my 3 ham repeaters for emergency communications. My ham repeaters have a major problem. 90% of the time, no one is monitoring. I have never asked for a radio check on flagship and had no one reply. Blue Ridge 83, can I get a radio check?
Radio check, bring it on back.
I'm on a handheld, Tim, out on a trail bike on a trail, an e-bike, not a trail bike, but it's got the big tires.
Well, you're sounding loud and clear there, Mr. Pete. I didn't recognize the voice at first. I had the volume down, but yeah, you're coming in real good. What's your location in respect to the repeater?
Well, I'm off of Nimberville Church Road, but I'm sort of down in a hole. Not that far, but got a lot of blockage, I think. I tell you what, these electric bikes for trail riding are not what they cracked up to be.
Well, they don't help you on the hills as much as you would like there. Now, the downside is I hope you don't run out of battery juice out there when you get on some of those steep hills. How long are you going to ride today? How far?
Well, I should have plenty of battery. It's not but like a two something other mile ride down to the creek. The problem is there's roots and stuff. And I have to just run 10% power to keep from going too fast. And 10% power is not enough to climb some of these hills. But if I put it on up, I start jumping and going too fast. And my pedal hangs on these roots. If it's down, I haven't figured out how to time the roots going over either.
Got a remedy for that. You need to get you a motorcycle. You know, they do real well on those trails out there. You get the right one. But I tell you what, Mr. Pete, I'm about to go over some hills and going into an area I think I get poor reception. And so I'm going to let you loose on this one.
Okay, well, I had enduro bikes and did all that stuff in my younger days, but they're illegal on this trail. You have a good one. WRMP 277, Blue Ridge 83 clear.
All right, Mr. Pete, have a good day. Atlanta 123, WRFP 619 clear.
What I told Tim about percent power I could apply was not correct. The trip out was much better because of the practice I got going in. The e-bike weighs 85 pounds with the gear I was carrying. I did too much walking and pushing going in. After learning to let the e-bike pull itself and even me a little bit, the walking part was better. When I got the e-bike, I set 7 power levels you can select with an up and down switch. On the way out, I applied more power and rode most of the way out. The only problem was too much jarring to suit an old guy like me. Here is one of the rougher sections of the trail. They were not too many sections that was this routed out. I had a fly rod rigged with a dry fly, another with a nymph rigged. I also had a spin cast rigged. I fished up and downstream for an hour and a half and I never saw a fish. At least I didn't see a lot of minnows in the stream, or I didn't see any really, and that's a good sign, because if you see minnows, you know there's no trout. The best part was lunch. Checking on X maps. Loaded up, ready to go home. Can't say too much about the fishing, but other than that, it was a good trip. The e-bike is showing 100% charge, but I'm sure it will drop to 80% shortly.
KHQ in Fort Cajo.
In for KHQ.
How's it going by now?
Just loaded the bike, getting ready to come home.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a stop at Walmart here and get just a few things, and then after you rest, after a while, I've got 2 gardenias to replace the ones that got killed by the freeze at the church. If you want us to go plant those 2 gardenias.